So as I've been going back and collecting more and more of the Mattel 6-inch DC stuff, primarily for my Batman collection, I was kind of thinking about what I wanted to do with Robin. I was thinking, oh, I just want one Robin, and then I was kind of like, well, it'd be kind of nice to have a Dick Grayson Robin, and then I'm like, well, it'd be nice to have Damian. I'm like, well, I might as well have Carrie Kelly, and then I'm like, well, let's just get this other one and call it Jason Todd. So at the end of the day, this is my 6-inch DCUC Mattel Robin collection. I'm really happy with it. I think it's really cool. I'm happy that I can say I have figure representations of each of the Robins. Because, hey, you know, it's not something you can say every day. Now, Jason Todd never really had his own action figure of Robin. I feel like every time they make Robin, it's either Dick or Tim, or every now and again they make Damian. But Jason's is kind of the one where it's like, yeah, he's Red Hood. So what I kind of decided to do, this is my Dick, this is my Tim, that's my Jason, that's my Damian, that's another Tim, and we just got Carrie Kelly. And also I have a couple bonus ones I'll show at the end for laughs. So yeah, let's start in the order that I feel like Robin began, with Dick. So this is the DCUC Classic Dick Grayson. I love this figure. I think it is so gorgeous, so nicely made. It's kind of a shame that we don't have a 6-inch scale line for DC nowadays that doesn't cost like $80 each. Now granted, DCUC, some of them are going up there in price. I think I paid around 30 to 40 bucks for this. Not cheap, but let me tell you, I think it was worth it. I think it's so nice to have a Dick Grayson in my collection. It's such a nice figure. This is one of the few Mattel 6-inch figures to have double joints. Now granted, the double joints don't give you too much function, and they definitely have that Mattel creak to them, and they've got the big Mattel pins. But still, he's got double joints. I feel like it's especially useful for the legs there. I think it's really nice. So yeah, he is that classic Dick Grayson style where he's got some legs showing, you know. He's got some legs, which is fine. You know, it's classic Robin. And I do have other Robins. I've got Arkham Robins. I've got, 66 Robin. I decided to just show the comic book, DCUC style versions of Robin. Because, hey, this is what I wanted to do. I could have also thrown in Officer Blake if I decided to go all out with showing all the different kinds of Robins. So yeah, I really do like this one. I think his articulation's really nice. He's just got a nice look to him. There is a variant where he's got messier hair and a frown. That one could also be determined to be Jason Todd. I personally would probably want to track it down at some point to be a different version that could be Jason Todd in my collection. However, for my collection, I feel like Jason wouldn't really be the kind of Robin to be wearing something like this. I feel like when I see this costume, I just think of Dick Grayson. However, when I think of Jason Todd, I think of a grittier, kind of broodier Robin. So this is the DC Superheroes Robin, and for me, even though I'm pretty sure this figure is not supposed to actually represent Jason Todd, in my collection, I like him being Jason Todd. I think he just looks the part. Is he the worst figure out of all of these? Absolutely. He's from DC Superheroes. It predates DCUC. So his articulation, he's got a swivel, he's got ball hinges at the shoulders, he's got swivels at the gloves, and look at that hand. Like, what's this hand doing? Yes, I'm sure it's supposed to be holding a battering or whatever, or a wing ding, or whatever funny phrase that you want to say. So yeah, his legs are also really bad. It's only a swivel and a hinge, and there's nothing at the boot. This is definitely an action figure from the early 2000s, but I have to say it looks the part. It fits right into the collection. Look at the texturing and the paint on the leggings there. That looks really good. And I love the red on the torso. I just think the colors are really nice. I love the cloth cape, and it's double-sided cloth cape on a Mattel figure. That's wild, and it doesn't look like garbage either. It's a really good cape. Yeah, this is, even though it's not the best figure, it's actually the worst. It's because of its age, man. This is the one that started it all. This is the first, 6-inch style Robin, and it's actually one of my favorites out of all these. So, let's go to Tim Drake, because we all love Tim Drake. When it comes to a character being Robin, Tim Drake's probably my favorite. My favorite era in time of Batman is Tim Drake Robin, Jason's Red Hood, Dick is Nightwing. That's my favorite era of Batman. If I'm to take a snapshot and what era do I want when it comes to who is Robin? I like Tim Drake as Robin. I don't know, I like him. I just think, you know, he's very smart. He actually found out that Bruce was Batman on his own. I think he's just got a lot going for him. And this is the Dynamic Duo 2-pack version of the figure, which is very nice. Almost didn't get this one, but I changed my mind, and I'm very happy that I did, because I like that it mixes the Tim Drake stylings with a more classic Robin, with the greens and the reds and some of the skin showing in the arms. I just think it looks really good. I love the look of it. It's a very nice figure, too. You saw me posing it around. I think it does the job. Looks the part. It's a very nice Robin. Man, I really hope Robert Pattinson Batman gets a Robin. I'm sick of live-action Batman not having Robin. Please, give us a Robin. Come on. I think it'd be great. Even if it's not Dick or Tim or anybody, even if it ends up being that kid that was like the mayor's son, that would be cool. I want Robin in a movie. Let's talk about this other Tim Drake Robin, because this one's also very nice. I just love the look of the all-red. I just think it looks really cool. It's a more serious take on Robin, in my opinion. I feel like the lack of any, you know, skin showing and the all-red, it just gives him a very nice, serious look. I feel like this is, if we were to see Robin actually fighting alongside Batman, we'd probably see something like this, and maybe less yellow on the cape. That's just my guess. Probably less yellow. But yeah, it just looks really nice. I actually, in some ways, do prefer this version over the Dynamic Duo. For instance, I'm pretty sure this one has a painted flesh face, while this one has it cast in the flesh color. So I would say, when it comes to both of these, probably prefer the head. I also prefer the black mask. I just think it's more traditional, even though I do think the green mask is a nice change of pace. Yeah, I just think they're both really nice Robins. I like them both. If you're a Robin collector like me, if you're getting into the DCUC stuff and you want to make sure you have options for your Robin, you know, if you're taking pictures or making displays, out of both of those, I don't think you could go wrong with either one. Alrighty, let's go to the next Robin. My least favorite Robin, Damian Wayne. He's just a punk. I don't like him. He's a punk. He's an interesting character. I like his backstory. I like his, you know, ability. Like, I like that this figure has a hood and he's got a sword, because, I mean, he's an assassin. This kid was raised by killers, and Batman has to try to tame him. I'm just hoping as, you know, the stories go along that they end up, you know, toning Damian down a bit and making him less of, like, a problem for Batman and more of a redemption character. I really love the cape on this one, though. I love all the design work and everything. I think Mattel did a really good job. There's not really any paint slap or anything. You can tell he's got that attitude, because he's pretty angry looking. I like Damian with the hood. I don't know, I just think it separates him from other Robins. Out of all the Damians I could have gotten, this was the one where I'm like, yeah, you know, I don't need different versions of Damian, because I'm not the biggest fan. Like I said, he's my least favorite Robin. But I'm really happy with this one. I think it's a really nice figure. He also came with a mask to put over the hood. I think it was like a Court of Owls mask, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, it's a cool accessory, but I don't think I'm going to have it on him. Yeah, this one's actually really posable, too. I believe this one was released in Multiverse. I'm pretty sure. I think he reached a point. Because, I mean, what does it say? 2016? Yeah, we were at Multiverse at that point. So he's post-DCUC. So is the last one I'm going to show. But yeah, I really do like it. It's, I would say functionality-wise, very similar to the Tim Drake. But still, it's a good one. Get it if you want it. And last and least for some, but not for me, is Carrie Kelly. I really like Carrie Kelly. There goes all them. Nice. Anyways, I debated including her because she's not really part of, like, the main Batman timeline, because Dark Knight Returns is kind of its own thing. But I kind of like having this, you know, headspace in my mind where Carrie Kelly Robin was a thing. You know, like, say if we have some generic Batman timeline, it's like, you know, maybe after Damian grows up, you know, Batman's kind of retired. It's kind of in between, you know, Batman Beyond and traditional Batman. Carrie Kelly Robin's a thing. I don't know. I just think it'd be cool to think about. And this figure is pretty nice. It is, again, in the Multiverse, so you do have some pinless joints. It does have some issues, like, say, for instance, it has these very awkward-looking glasses where you can't even see her eyes underneath. They almost look like these weird science fiction goggles, which, I mean, it is supposed to take place in the future, I guess. But still, it's a nice version of Robin. I really like Carrie Kelly. This figure, though, oh my gosh, is essentially worthless. This wave was insanely overproduced, and I saw this figure, like a whole, I would say about 20 or so of them in my local Walmart on clearance for $5. $5. Yikes. It's a good figure, though. If you're a fan of The Dark Knight Returns, which, I mean, if you're a Batman fan and not a fan of The Dark Knight Returns, I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, it's a nice one. I do wish the slingshot could actually be posed and her actually using it, but yeah. Overall, I'd say when it comes to the quality of this figure, it's up there with the rest of them. It's nice. I dig it. So I did promise a couple bonuses. Let's bring back the one that I like calling Jason Todd and show that I've ended up with a couple different colors. So, yeah, like I said, this was the toy line that predated Dcuc. So Mattel, in their infinite wisdom, always likes repainting things, and the DC superheroes and Batman lines were notorious for having different color schemes of Batman, Robin, this, that, and the other. So now Robin's green and gray, and then this one is actually really cool looking. It's black and blue. I've already talked about this one in a review that I did with the Batman it came with. However, I just want to show these as a bit of a bonus because it's the same mold as one I'm showcasing in this video. Are they a part of my main Batman display? They are not, because Robin has no reason to be this weird green color, and even though this looks really cool, and like if I would use this as a Dick Grayson, it's almost like a prototype Nightwing. Oh, that's really cool to think about. You know, even though they have some cool things going on, they're not a part of the main collection, so I figured I'd show them as a bit of a bonus, but I think I've pretty much said all I want to say about my Dcuc Robin collection. I love Robin. He's an awesome character. I think the idea of Bruce Wayne taking a young child and grooming him into becoming a crime fighter against his will is an awesome storyline. Of course, I'm just making fun. That's not really the case. One thing I really like, I don't remember what movie it's from. There's a clip of like Wonder Woman saying, like, you know, you take kids under your, you know, under your wing. Why do you do this? It's kind of inhumane. Like, do you want them to be like you? And he's like, no, I'm doing this because I want them to not end up like me. And I just think it's really cool, you know, kind of explains why Bruce does this. You know, why Bruce takes in, you know, the kids that he sees a lot of himself in, and he teaches them and shows them how to not be like him. Dick Grayson ended up a lot better than Bruce. Jason, it's complicated. I think Tim's ended up a lot better, and I mean, Damian's literally Bruce's son, so Bruce is kind of stuck with him. And Carrie Kelly, she was just kind of along for the ride, I guess. Yeah, I love Robin. Awesome character. I really hope we get Robert Pattinson with a Robin. Fingers crossed. That would be great. For the first movie, we don't need Robin. You know, develop Robin in the second, maybe. We'll see. Fingers crossed. Hollywood hates Robin for whatever reason. Alrighty, guys, there we go. Thank you so much for watching. Special shout out to the patrons at Patreon. Thank you all so much for the continued support. Alrighty, guys, there we go. Have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.